You guys didn't know, I have multiple CRVs. This is a 99 Honda CRV. I'm going to be doing a valve lash on it. First off, make sure the car is not hot. I mean the engine. Remember your plug order. Remove your plugs. Next thing you'll need is a 10mm to remove the valve cover and part of the intake here. You've got 4 bolts here. And then you got the rest of the valve cover. Okay, I'm going to part of the intake, the 4 10mm bolts here. It should look like this. 2 here, 2 here. Continue moving the 10mm here. You got your ground wire here. On a CRV, they have this bolt right here. It's a 14mm that holds the power steering line in. It easily comes off. And this is a PVC valve. Just pull this out. Goes to the side. And don't forget this, the breather. Pull that to the side as well. Alright, I have the valve cover moved. Move the 14, pulled the cover off, pulled the little bracket. So you have your valve cover, you have your bracket that goes to the intake on the back side, and your bolts here, everything's here. I left my spark plugs in because when removing the valve cover, you might accidentally drop a 10mm or something down into the spark plugs. You don't have to take the spark plugs out all the way. Just loosen them, but leave them inside as placeholders so no debris or objects or screws or bolts fall into there. So this time I got the spark plug remover here. It's going to break them free. And then a 19mm for the crank. You go counterclockwise, so you turn it towards the front bumper of the car. Alright. I loosened all the spark plugs out, took them out, inspected them, inserted them back in, but I did not tighten them. This is what it should look like. I just stuck it in there so nothing will fall into these spark plug holes. If something fell under there, man, that's a lot more work. I just left this one in. Next step is to position the crank. So I'm going to position the crank to make these lobes point up right here so I can start working on these. So you stick the 19 right here. I don't have the cover down here, and you just rotate it and you watch that side. Alright, I got it positioned. I'm just going to leave that wrench down there. This is what I wanted. This is the intake side. So this is up, and then the opposite should be here for the exhaust side. This is the exhaust side because the header's here, and they're all labeled. Alright, the next step is to loosen the jam nuts. So I like to use this. So we're working right here, so you want to jam it right here, and then lefty-loosey. I need both hands, so it's kind of hard to film, but I will show you. Alright, basically you loosen this like I did. Just make sure it stays solid and it's loose. The jam nut will come free. It's a 12mm. And then you get your valve lash shims. 0.008 inches is 10mm on the intake side. This is intake side because it's labeled here, and you got your intake over here. So you slide this under to check the clearance. It's pretty loose. So I'm going to bring it to spec. Very hard to see on here, but it's 0.008 for inches and 10mm. So right here, you slide it under, and you should feel a little tug. That means that this is to spec, plus or minus. These are pretty much anywhere you can get from AutoZone, O'Reilly's, or whatever. Alright, so I got a flathead and a 12mm. I'm going to show you how this actually works. You put this right here to hold it in place to make your adjustment. You lefty loosey, righty tighty. But as I rotate, you see how that jam nut moves. That's just the concept. So I already have this set where I want it to be at. So you push down on this hard, make sure the center doesn't move, and you tighten the jam nut with a 12mm. Once it's tightened, hand tight, little pass maybe, it'll lock it down, and then you go on to the next, which is this one I'll be working on. We're on the exhaust cam right now, so it's 28 millimeters, 0.011 inches. So anyway, this is how you do this. It's loose. It's not within spec. So I'm going to take my 12 millimeter deep socket and loosen these, and then I will make the adjustment like I did on the intake side. Alright, so I've got this done and this one done. So I'm going to go rotate the crank. So when I'm looking over here across this way, I want to see it line up right here. Okay, I've got it rotated. Now I'm on this one, intake side. And then these two should be lit up right here. These are up. Alright, after you repeat the process multiple times to get all these done, next step is to put it back together. Reverse the same process of this. Alright, I have it back together. This one goes here all the way to here. Then the second one right here goes all the way to here. Third one goes all the way around to the bottom right here. The last one goes all the way around towards the firewall. It's on the back under here. So you got 1 and 4, 2 and 3.